Okay, very good. All right. Number 2, installation of trustee 2. Kyla, go ahead and read it.
Okay, so let's see, we'll do zone 2 and then we'll do zone 3. So Mr.
Can we not do them at the same time?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I have to have you read. Okay, so I'm gonna have you repeat after me. I do swear that I support the Constitution of the United States,
I do swear that I support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of Idaho,
the constitutions of the laws of the state of Idaho,
and that I will faithfully discharge all the duties of the office of trustee
and that I will faithfully discharge all the duties of the office of trustee
of Weiser School District, number 431 in Washington County, state of Idaho,
of Weiser School District, number 431 in Washington County, state of Idaho,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
You are now duly installed, Mr. Brush.
Should I
And
do
yes, you can do that,
Sorry.
yes. And you can sign, and then I will, as a clerk, I will get that notarized. I appreciate that. Now, Mr. Clary, you can stand. And I gave you a copy so you can see what I'm going to read. Okay, so I do swear that I support the Constitution of the United States,
I do swear that I support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of Idaho,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of Idaho,
and I will faithfully discharge all the duties of the office of trustee
and I will faithfully discharge all the duties of the office of trustee
of Weiser School District number 431
of Weiser School District 431
in Washington County, state of Idaho,
in Washington County, state of Idaho,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you, you're duly installed. So we have zone 2 and zone 3. I will sign, and then I think print your name there, please.
Okay, number 3, review and signature code of ethics.
Okay, another one. We will do this every year. And guys, I printed one for you. So the second page that you have is the code of ethics for the school board, and I like to read them just so that the public knows what they are signing. So, as a member of the local board of trustees, I will strive to improve student achievement in public education, and to that end, I will attend all regularly scheduled board meetings insofar as possible, having read my packet, ensuring that I am informed about the issues to be considered at the meeting. Recognize that the board must comply with the open meeting law and only has authority to make decisions at official board meetings. Make all decisions based on the available facts and my independent judgment, and refuse to surrender that judgment to individuals or special interest groups. Understand that the board makes decisions as a team. Individual board members may not commit the board to any action unless so authorized by the official board action. Recognize that decisions are made by the majority vote and the outcome should be supported by all board members. Acknowledge that policy decisions are a primary function of the board and should be made after full discussion at publicly held board meetings, recognizing that authority to administer policy rests with the superintendent. Be open, fair, and honest. Have no hidden agendas, and respect the right of other board members to have opinions and ideas which differ from mine. Recognize that the superintendent is the board's advisor and should be present at all meetings except where the superintendent is the subject matter or where the superintendent's presence is a conflict of interest. Further, the superintendent shall not be present during any board deliberation regarding a student expulsion hearing and/or when the board deliberates regarding a teacher non-renewal or termination advanced by the administration. Understanding the chain of command and refer problems or complaints to the proper administrative office while refraining from communications that may create conditions of bias should a concern ever rise to the attention of the board as a hearing panel. Keep abreast of important developments in educational trends, research, and practices by individual study and through participation in programs providing such information. Respect the right of the public to be informed about district decisions and school operations. Understand that I will receive information that is confidential and cannot be shared. Give staff the respect and consideration due skilled, professional employees and support the employment of those best qualified to serve as district staff while insisting on regular and impartial evaluation of all staff. Present personal criticism of district operations to the superintendent, not to district staff or to a board meeting. Refuse to use my board position for personal or family gain or prestige. I will announce any conflicts of interest before board action is taken, and remember always that my first and greatest concern must be the educational welfare of the students attending the public schools. Would please sign and date that, then I will keep that on file in the board minutes.
We just pass it, John.
Yeah, oh yeah, just pass it down. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I do not have any citizen comments. Were they turned into you?
No, no citizen comments unless there's a citizen here that would like to say
Do we
something.
have a WEA comment? I don't see they are present. So I guess, guys, we don't have any comments at this point. Actually, none tonight. So now we're going to go to the reorganization of the board, and I will take nominations for election of chairman of the board, or however you want to do it.
I would like to move that we keep Jim Frosch as chairman, John LaRue as vice chair, and Andrew Williams as treasurer.
You have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, it's been moved and seconded, and we will have, or haven't voted, but Jim Brush as chair, John LaRue as vice chair, and Andrea as treasurer. Any other nominations? If so, would you vote? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Looks like we have a new election, and I'm out. Chairman, would you please take over?
That was as awkward for me as it was for everybody else.
Yeah, I know. There you go.
I like to talk. Thank you. First, welcome Mr. Clary to our board. It's nice to see a new face and one that's willing to be with us as we serve our district and do our best to work with our administrators and superintendent specifically to better our school district. Appreciate your willingness to be here. And to the rest of you, thank you for a good last year. And I love what I do, and I love doing it with you. So thank you for all that you are and do. We,
Looks like we moved it to number
Kyla,
D.
district clerk. That's where we're at.
Yeah, D, 6D.
Is there any objections to, with any of you, of having Kyla remain as our district clerk?
None.
Do you, Kyla, are you going to be our district clerk?
Yes, and I will tell you, at a later date, you will appoint a deputy clerk.
Okay. Okay.
Make a motion that we appoint Kyla Dickerson as our district clerk.
I'll second.
Okay. The motion's been made to make Kyla our district clerk, and it's been seconded. All those in favor? Okay. Thank you, Kyla.
All right.
As we go through these, I'm just going to ask, do we need to do these individually? Can we make a motion at the end?
You might want to do these
Okay,
individually.
we'll just keep it through. Building secretaries as treasurer of their buildings. Kyla, would you mind just, would we
Okay.
name those?
Currently, right now, we have Casey Arnett at the high school. We have Kim Couts at the middle school. Melissa Odoms is currently serving a lot of hats at Park School, and then Stacy Reddick is our Pioneer School treasurer. They are the ones that are in charge of our buildings. And as long as you are appointing them to be the treasurer of their building, that gives them an official title and gives us some bondability in that.
Do we
Okay.
have to name them in the motion?
Yep.
Okay. I move that we appoint the building secretaries as treasurer of their buildings.
I'll second that.
Okay, which has been made and seconded to appoint the current secretaries in each building as the treasurer of those buildings. All those in favor? Okay, thank you. Robert's Rules is, we're fairly light on Robert's Rules, but as a board, our norm has been to follow Robert's Rules in a general way. And I feel like it's worked for us. Do any of you have any objections to that? Or if you would
I
have a
move
motion?
that we adopt Robert's Rules of Order for board meeting protocols.
Second.
Okay. We've had, there's a motion to adopt Robert's Rules as board protocols. Has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
It's the same, I have no idea what Robert's rule is.
Okay.
I've read a book, I'll have
That's-
you read, and there might be something in here as well. Robert's Rules is, if you've ever had a kid in FFA, which you probably have, they know Robert's Rules backwards and forwards. So when he says we do it loosely, obviously you weren't FFA. But it is a protocol of how you run a meeting and how you make a motion and how you vote on a motion, or if you have a point of order or something. But there's, I'll give you that. I'll let you read it. It'll be good.
We're close, but
I actually think we do pretty well. What
I think we do pretty good, but I don't know all the exact rules, so.
Okay.
So the next part that we need to talk about as a board, we need to be able to meet at a time when we can be present. So in the past, I've been here for 4 years and we have had it on 3 different days. This last year, we have met every second Monday at 5:30 p.m. That is subject to change if it doesn't work for everybody. Just if you're hearing my opinion, it works well. But if there's a reason why Monday at 5:30 doesn't, this second Monday at 5:30 doesn't work, now's the time for us to have that discussion. When is the best time? Or when is there a better time than the second Monday at 5:30?
I'm good with that.
Yeah, works good for me.
Okay, so I'll do a better job of letting you know, but all year long now, our meetings with a motion will be the second Monday at 5:30.
I'll make a motion that.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay,
The
please.
place also, because we
Oh.
need to.
Right, so let me just preface this. So, for the last few years, we have met here every meeting except once a quarter. We've been at the other buildings, same Monday, same time, but we've taken turns going to other meetings. I have received some information that has not been the easiest for some of the building administrators. And so,
And for us here.
and for Kyla, and to get everything down there. So to have a place of a board meeting be just here every month is great, but we can have more discussion about what we could do different quarterly. But right now, we're just discussing where the places, what place we would be in.
I like that.
And it's
Maybe
been
we could go-
suggested, oh, sorry.
Maybe
go.
we could go visit the schools quarterly at a different time, where we can just kind of go and
Right.
walk around and see
And that-
things. That would be great.
And we can have that discussion in another discussion, but for now,
Yeah.
where would we have our board meetings, time and place? So we met the time, the second Monday of every month at 5:30. The place,
Here.
here. Is that any objections to that? Okay. With
Now
that
we're ready for the
motion.
motion, John, I'm
Thank-
sorry to have
No,
interrupted.
Thank you,
no,
Kyla.
I'll make a motion that we hold our board meetings in the boardroom in the administrative office on the second Monday at 5 of the month at 5:30 PM.
I'll second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded for our meeting schedule in place. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Why did we have
Also-
set meeting location then? I don't know why we did that on the H. I'm sorry. I'm looking at that going, what? Okay,
Well,
sorry. we
so-
skipped that.
Within that schedule, this last year, we met the Thursday prior to every board meeting for any business, anything that we needed to do to have more discussion than it would take in a regular board meeting. I would suggest that we still put that on the calendar so that we can use that time schedule when needed. I don't think it's going to be needed every month, but there are going to be months where it's handy.
So I would say that would be a penciled in item for you all to think about that Thursday before the board meeting, but not have it be the official, because like
Okay.
this week on the Thursday is actually a work session, so it's not actually a board meeting, so we're not, I mean, I'm posting it, but because we'll have a quorum, but I'm not doing an agenda or anything, because it really is, it's just a work session for you to listen. for
Well, and that's what that
policy.
Thursday was too, is a
Yeah.
work session. It wasn't,
Yeah.
so we don't necessarily need a work session to be
Just to
that
have it
way.
penciled in for your
Okay.
personal calendars, that would be
Okay.
great.
Yes. Okay, we can talk about that. Okay. So H is taken care of then. The next item is where we're going to post the agenda. Right now, Kyla, we have it,
We posted on the door here at the district office, but we also posted on our website, which, I had a phone call today that said that it wasn't really easy to find, so I'll make sure that it's a little bit easier to find on our website, so,
and those two places meet our needs.
yes.
Okay, any,
Those are the minimums, but as you can see, I used to post them at the library, at the post office, at the city offices. I used to run them around town every month, and again, the crowds that came to the meetings are about the same as they are now,
okay,
okay?
so with that,
I move that we
it's,
post our agendas every month at the district office and our school district website.
okay, I'll second that. Motion's been made and seconded for agenda posting locations. All those in favor? Okay. We are organized. It may not seem like it. Clear as mud, but we are. No BS.
That's right. Coming soon.
Superintendent, Mr. Doolin, she's just like my jugular. I apologize to everybody. Mr.
That's a
Kirby,
blast from the past.
Whoever that guy is. whoever.
do you have a report for us?
Yes, sir, I do. Okay, so since our last board meeting, we've had a number of things happening, and I'll just kind of briefly go over some of the main things. We've got our site, the weather's been crazy, so, I mean, crazy like warm, so we're actually pouring cement and getting that finished up. The cement pad for the bleachers and the sidewalk, I think they finished today. And so we have some pads on it, but you said it'll be there here in a month or so. We'll put the bleachers, because we have the bleachers up here, and we're just gonna cut, the guy that sold us the bleachers and come up and install them, so we put them out on that pad. So it's in the works, and we thought we wouldn't do that till next spring, but J2 Concrete, Justin Johnson felt he could get it done, and just guys will use this good weather to get it done, so. That's in the works and done. I've talked to you a little bit about our Weiser Alumni Foundation. We're getting that in place and get it up and running, and we meet about once a month. And so it has officially received its 501c3 status. It's a nonprofit organization. TOBY, for your information, it's an outside of the district, but it will be an alumni of the district. And the idea would be to kind of support students, current students, and graduates in scholarships, as well as different building or school initiatives going on now. It would be kind of a tie between our alumni and those that are currently in school and recent graduates. So that would be the idea of this. So we're really excited about getting that going. It'll probably kick off in a couple of months with the website, and we'll get it rolling out. So along with that, we're looking at doing a Hall of Fame for Weiser, and trying to find people who have made a difference in Weiser with kids and who are just going out from Weiser. You can graduate from Weiser High School and go a lot of places. There's some people who have done some amazing things, and we want to recognize a certain number of that each year. So anyway, that's in the works and rolling along. We did the Ho-Ho Express, which was an amazing thing. I guess maybe the person was talking about that a little bit, but it was just right before Christmas break. Teachers and administrators started back on Monday, and on Monday the 5th, and teachers had a work day where they worked on things, kind of getting ready for the semester, and then students came back on Tuesday. Shannon McCaw is a math specialist that came in last Thursday and did a math workshop for our middle school and high school math teachers. And I talked to a few of them, and I don't know, maybe Winnie can talk about it a little bit, but I heard really good. So I went through the first part of it, and I was pretty excited about what she did. And I know she sent us some resources that our math teachers can do. And she's going to come 2 more times this spring. Next time she's going to combine middle school and high school all together. If we can figure out at least one of her next 2 meetings, she's going to work with them all day. And so she has some really good ideas on teaching math effectively and getting to the lines with, the tests that we take, and just some ideas on getting kids excited about math. And so that was, I'm excited to have her come in. And I felt very fortunate to have her. If any of you happen to Google Shannon McCaw, she's written several books. And we sent some people to her workshops. There was one in Boise we sent 3 or 4 people went to, 5 or 6, and then a couple of people went down to Idaho Falls for it and came back. It was really good. And she was speaking to a huge group. She came to work with 5 middle school teachers and 4 high school teachers, specifically with us. And she's coming 3 days to do that. So very excited to have her, and she's good. Rain gutter installation at high school was completed. We got a hold of DNA Roofing, and they got it done. They were working on it Christmas Eve. So they finished it on the 24th. It took them 2 or 3 days, but they finished it on the 24th. And it was raining like crazy, and they were out there getting it done. So it was nice to get that in place. That was needed, and so that's there. Then that Subaru came in and buried those pipes in the front. So if you look at the front of the school on the south side here, there's 4 or 5 rain gutters coming in and buried them in the ground, brought them out to the parking lot so that we can keep things dry under the school. Chris Toms came today, and he was here to look at our safety policies. He toured both Pioneer and Park schools. He's going to come back and tour middle school and high school, as well as Indian Head, just to look at our safety policies and protocols that are in place, and we'll see kind of where we're at. He'll have some ideas for us. They come every 3 years. They want to make sure that we have some policies in place and make recommendations for things that we might improve on safety. So I had a good talk with him, and he walked around with Trey, walked with our SRO, walked around for like a couple, 3 hours today. And was able to cross paths. And Trey and I have been doing a safety committee made up of groups from each building for this fall, and so our last one is going to be this Friday. And putting together a little booklet. It's kind of a flip chart, colored flip charts, kind of, you see what the hospital has. It's kind of just real quick protocols, flip up to, you know, you have lockdown, or you have lockout, or you have, you know, fire drills, bomb threats. What do you do? Just a real quick reference guide. And so we should have that in place soon. Riley's going to help with that. She's getting a bunch of colored construction paper to put that together, so it's a little flip chart, and quick, easy guide for us in emergency. So that way, subs in the building, you know, we'll have a quick, easy chart to follow for emergency protocols. We have 6 staff members planning to go to the NCCE Technology Conference in Seattle on February 25, 26, and 27. Trying to stay up with technology as best we can. We are going to follow up with that. We've asked for some training for our admins as well as our summer institute. Summer institute we offer all the teachers that want, but it's right after Memorial Day, so it's the 26th through 29th. It was 4 days, but 2 of those days we're planning on this group, a couple of their trainers coming over to train all of our staff who want to be trained. And we've already experienced a couple issues in different buildings with AI, and we don't have any policies on AI. And technology just tends to get ahead of policy. It's out there leading it, and then you go, oh wait, we better have a policy on that. You know, so we're trying to get with the technology leaders in the Northwest and get trained by them. So the administrative staff, there's all of us, principals, admins, sped directors, are going to have 3 90-minute Zoom sessions with them this spring, where they will sit in this room and they'll Zoom to us and talk to us, and we'll ask them questions about AI-related things, with the idea that we want to know how can we utilize this to improve education to our kids. And we've got some really good things. We've had some training for all of our buildings on utilizing AI to, you can have it read a science passage and change it from 9th grade to 3rd grade reading level ability, and the vocabulary list from the 3rd grade level with the same content. It can adjust that for you. So talk about, you know, the ability to differentiate instruction, differentiating reading. Well, that's a really powerful tool. Also, we want to utilize the things that benefit from us. But then, on the other hand, if kids are taking tests with AI and, you know, scoring well, we'd like to get ahead of that and not have that happen too much, and to be able to be aware of what are the things to watch for. AI is relatively new. Some of these guys know a lot more about it than I do. And this Northwest group, I think, is going to help build a training. So our goal in this 3 90-minute sessions with admins to get us kind of up to speed, and we're going to help pick and choose from those topics what they're going to share with our teachers in the spring in our summer institute, and so hopefully have some good guidance in that. So we're not going to fix everything, but we want to get ahead of it as much as we can. So excited to have that. I mentioned to you in my last update that I watched a policy review by the ISBA, Idaho School Board Association, and they said, everybody, you better look at your reduction in force policy, your RIF policy. Across the state, they're experiencing a reduction in attendance. Many schools are doing that, and we're going to be down, looks like, based on our current calculations, 48 students in the district from last year, starting the beginning of next year. So 48 kids. You figure out how many teachers that is between this year and last year. Somehow, hopefully, through attrition, somebody retires or someone along the line moves along, and we don't have to reduce anybody. But they said, get you, and so they have a few changes in that reduction in force policy. We'll look at it probably on Thursday, just to make sure that we are with the latest with the state, in case that should become something that we have to do. But nobody wants to do that, nobody likes to do it. But if we don't have the students, we can't have that same number of teachers. And so we've got to look at that and how that works. So we need to be ready for it if we had to do that, and we hope very much that we don't have to. And that's probably enough. Unless you have any questions on this last month.
Any updates on the fix for the track that's in that corner?
No, I don't. My last interaction with the track doctor was most likely it's gonna go through track season into June or July, and we'll try to get it fixed. I mean, looking at it, if you're running the 300 hurdles over there, I can see that for sure being a problem. It doesn't, because it's running from the other side. It's, yeah, I don't know, it's less than ideal, but I don't see it being fixed between now and then. Especially if it has moved more than what we initially were looking at. If it was gonna be just a patch, which we were hoping that would be the case, and it may still be, and that's, so there's some chance that could get in before track season, but if it's moved some, we're gonna have to wait at least till summer to do something. We have the track, okay, Triple G has given us a warranty on it, it's a warranty on it, okay, but we ran into some warranty on it with Triple G on the inside of the track, on the landscape. So it'll be interesting to see what we get done with them, but there is a warranty on it, so we can hold them accountable for it. But it should be on them and track doctor to get it fixed. So we'll see how that plays out. But I want to tell you the other day, the other thing I noticed right at that same spot was there's some water. You know, like it should all drain off everywhere. In that same area, if you notice it, after a good rain, there's this much water on the inside of the track.
Yeah, so the first 3 or 4 lanes.
Yes, and maybe you've noticed that, and there's not anywhere else in the whole track. And so it shouldn't be that, it should be a straight. So yes, there are concerns, yes, I'm aware, yes, we gotta work on it, but that's what it is right now.
Other questions? Okay. Let's hear from our administrators. Mr. Curran.
I guess any order, but it raised a couple, 3 minutes. Should worry about any order, just go on.
Yeah, so a lot of it we've been covered a little bit. Our teachers really appreciate, our math teachers really appreciated the opportunity to work with Shannon. They're excited. She gave them an assignment to kind of be working on before our next meeting with them, and she reiterated and kind of backed up a lot of our work that we're already doing. So she reinforced that and gave them assignments within that. So we were excited that we already had some data for us to work with and work from. Our attendance, if you notice, is back up to in the higher 90s. So that was good. November was just rough as far as illness and all that was going on. This week we'll celebrate our perfect attendance and our students on the high honor roll with a pizza party. They enjoyed that last time, so they get a little slip to come down during advisory to get a slice or 2 if they qualify for both.
How many students are you expecting?
So we had, let me see, what were my numbers?
Just
A lot of, yeah, so we'll have around 80 students
Oh, that's awesome.
in between the two. Yeah, so that's
7 and 8, you said?
6, 7, and 8.
6 and
Yeah,
8, okay.
yeah. So
Oh, between the 2
between
perfect attendance
the
and honor roll.
yeah, and so including honor roll, not just high honor roll, more than 50% of our students qualified for honor roll or higher. So
Thank you.
that was exciting. Yeah.
I should have.
Good.
All right. Pioneer, we've been using the Raptor system. It's been working pretty well in the morning, anytime anyone comes in. So that's been working well. Currently, 84% of our students are on track to meet our ELA math goals by the end of the 25-26 school year. K-3 students at Pioneer School that will demonstrate a year's worth of growth on their mirror reading and math. So math was like A4.2 or something, and then reading was like A4.6. So we've been also looking then at what we can do for the other 16% to see what we can do to get them a year's worth of growth. But if you look at the graphs, we have all 3 tiers on there from December A little bit of it skewed because they did not, if they took it in December, they didn't have to take it in January or vice versa, or they could take it in both months, but just since we're missing part of that time, just they either took it in December or January or both. But you can see all 3 tiers with kinder, first and second, and third as well. The graphs down below, yeah, so you'll see math and
I'm trying to
reading.
help it.
No, it's okay, I just
Toby
wanted,
navigate, we haven't
Yeah.
got him a laptop, and he really hasn't. So, yeah, there we are.
and our attendance, we are currently gonna do a perfect attendance award during our character assemblies, just to encourage attendance from all of our students to try to get that up, so kind of similar to what you're doing there. And then the Ho-Ho Express was an amazing experience to be a part of. Thank you, Joe, all the high school helpers. It was pretty amazing to watch the high school helpers with our younger students, to really just kind of take them under their wing. I have really never experienced anything like it, so I just have to say it was pretty cool. You know, people on the side of the road with signs and people, you know, waving and stuff. So it was just a unique experience to be a part of, and I was very grateful to get to be a part of it. So.
Do you happen to know how many kids got to be involved in that?
250.
Yeah, about 150 from Pioneer.
Plus was the goal to do it. And then there were about 150, 160 high school students
Right.
that helped out.
Drew had it in his notes, I don't know what it was. How many kids they have, because they have to sign up.
It was gonna be 180, and then I think it was less than that, so
I think it was like 170. or
somewhere in
something.
that
Yeah, yeah.
All right, my turn. Mr. Clary, I'm Jeff Church from Indian Head Academy, the alternative high school. Just, since I haven't met you before, I thought I'd introduce myself. So, on January 5th, we used the staff work day to get training on our brand-new online curriculum, thesubject.com, that I shared with you guys on our last board meeting, and shared out access for some. I don't know if any of you guys looked at that, but we got training on that on the 5th, and I got 4 new students from the high school on the 6th, and we started them on the 6th, right off the bat with that, and it's going really well. I'm going to commend them for great customer service. I've sent probably a half a dozen emails of, hey, I ran into this, and they get right back to me with a solution, and they've been taking care of that. The user end of it, the students that I've got working on it right now, they weren't on our old platform to have that to compare to, but they all seem to really like it, and so for that, I'm pretty excited about that. Couple of things coming up. We've got on January 27th, we've got scheduled our field day for our wildland firefighter type 2 training. Due to an early arrival of our instructor's first child, we had to cancel our December training, and thanks to Christian Ramirez at the Forest Service here in town, he's got some of his staff that are gonna step up and take care of that training for us, and we're pretty excited about that. That's gonna be on January 27th. And then on January 29th, we're gonna have the end of our 3rd session, and we'll have 1 student graduating. So that'll be, that graduation will be at 10:30 on January 29th. Okay, any questions for me?
Will you tell me one more time, because the wildland thing, that wasn't in your report, right?
No, because that
I'm
just
trying to
happened
take
today.
notes, 'cause-
That's really new news.
Okay,
So-
so what is it called again? What's
So-
the official name of the?
So, the class from TVCC is called Introduction to Wildland Firefighting, and the certification that our students will earn by finishing the course is called Wildland Firefighter Type 2. And it's basically the entry-level training for all our wildland firefighters, regardless of what agency they're working for.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No, that's great. Same place as your graduation usually.
Yep, same place. And our training is going to be here in the Armory space.
Okay. Thank you.
About this time a year ago, we started a series of meetings to really revamp our handbook so that we can make improvements to Park School. And in our handbook, there's a section called Deadlines and Deliverables, and it is all the things that we want to make sure that we are hitting on a daily basis to a year-end basis of things that are very important to our students and to our, and to our parents, including staff. So during our January 5 in-service, we took the time to really go through all the results. And so while we're very pleased with how we're doing this fall semester, as we hit the new calendar, it's all about, all about moving forward. So for us, I'm really excited that we're partnering with Park School because we have some PDs that's coming up that we are trying to prepare our staff for and for the betterment of our students next year. I know that this upcoming Friday for our PD, we are working on success criteria. And we often mention these things, but now we want the students to actually show what a success criteria looks like. And Eric's got a really good experience, a lot of hands-on experience with John Hattie. So the next couple of PDs is really geared towards success criteria, Hattie's effect. And then another one that we're looking at putting on for this spring in preparation for the fall semester or the next school years is also going to be on valuable feedback that we give to the students for their work. So once again, for us, as we just hit a new calendar year, we are really excited about the preparation and the work that needs to be done in preparation for the school year. Any questions or?
Okay. One behavior referral?
One behavior, it is true, and I think the things that we have noticed that a change is that last year we were very hardcore with discipline. And this year, once again, the feedback is comprehensive. PTO is extremely valuable. They drive a lot of our decisions as well as the input from the staff. But one thing that we have added this year is reflection forms. So when a parent comes to us and they say, well, why do we have a referral? Well, we also want to evidence that we have referrals, or not referrals, I'm sorry, the reflection forms. And it literally genuinely says that at the very top. It is a reflection form so that they can think about their actions. And there's actually a last points, and that is, do you deserve a consequence? It's a yes or no. And then if it is a yes, just tell us why you believe you have a consequence or you do not. We have, I believe, about 80 of those documented sheets, about 80. And so it is now speaking to the teachers' willingness to really talk to the students and to make sure that the decisions are better. So that is a fundamental shift that we have taken so that we are making these improvements. In addition to that, we've already started meetings with the middle school because our goal is always to level up. We want to make sure that our students are prepared for the next grade level. And then I talked to Vice Principal Parsons where he and Wendy Clark, they have a really, really good, I think a really comprehensive behavior plan, and so we're going to try to streamline ours to mimic theirs a little bit better so that when they truly get to 6th grade, 5th grade, it's a little bit more aligned. So we're starting that rounds right now, and we have a meeting with the PTO so that we can get their feedback to see if this is the best course moving forward.
Nice. Yeah, I was like, ooh, that looks good. I mean, is that just, it's for like a week?
It is.
But
Well,
still.
Oh, actually, and then, but
Or
on
is
the
it
next,
December?
it is December, but then
So
in
that's-
January, you'll see quite a bit more though.
Well, I
It's
remember,
December.
Yes.
yeah,
It's
but I
celebrated
mean, I
December.
remember
Yes,
those
absolutely.
numbers being
Mhm.
a lot higher, so that's good.
Thank you. Thanks for your efforts and working together too. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, Drew is out and Cole's out, so that's some full reports.
I have Drew's
And
report. I
Drew's
just don't
report
have-
is
I don't
attached.
have,
It was
I have Drew's report attached, but I don't have
Nicole's.
Nicole's. Honestly, I'm
Nicole's out.
embarrassed because Nicole, I thought she gave it to me and I just do not see it. So that's the high school one, if you have any questions, I don't know if I can talk about it, but anyway, they are talking about, I guess they had 150 kids that helped in the Hope Express. I see that.
Good.
And then they had helped them to Hope. They had kids that helped, you guys, Indian had it, and then, looking down here.
I talked to him for a little while today, and he was very excited about the math conference. He said that went really well. He had some crazy stuff that he was used to learning. The teachers did it really well.
One of those days.
Yeah.
All right, let's move into the consent agenda. Has everybody had the opportunity to look at our meeting minutes from our last meeting? And is there any changes that you recognize might need to be made?
Board meetings that we have.
Okay. Any staff changes, Mr. Kirby?
No, not just.
Wait. Go
Current
back to your
meeting
meeting.
Oh, sorry, current agenda, there are some changes. This is why we have people that are better than me. There are some changes that I'm aware of and to our current agenda. Between items C and D and our action items, we need to add 2 items, so D will actually become F. D, we need to look at signatories so that we have in our minutes who's signing the checks and things, so that when we go to the banks, they know that we have had
We have
this
to
discussion.
remove Melanie and add you, but we have to have meeting approval in
Okay.
the board minutes in order for the bank to do it, so that's
So
one of the.
that will be D. E will be, we have an early graduation request, so we will.
2 of them.
Two of them, early graduation requests, so we'll talk about those, so that can happen. And then F will go back to consider upcoming maintenance. Were those the 2, did I get that right? Okay, I did something right today. Fantastic. And no staff changes.
No staff changes.
So financial report?
I'm giving that to Barb, and she's included it with you. I'm trying to do some things here. Okay, so each of the buildings brings in a financial report, so you'll be able to see it. The one that Barb added in was this one. And she said, really, there are no surprises. In the December financial report, the format of the report is changed slightly. She did this so that it would kind of highlight some things in there. So that educational lines follow the staff contract year, which starts September 1st and goes to August 31st. So then the December represents 4 months of salary for the educational line, so we would expect that to be 33%, or 8.33 per month, so about 33% for 4 months. The other lines are usually a little bit higher. Some of them are, she just highlighted the ones that were for salaries, but then the one on transportation, she said it's coming in at 41.43%, which is, let's go down here a little bit. Let me go down. I don't know how you do that. Move that down and you'll see. He knows how to operate this better than I do. Okay, so transportation's right there. These are the breakdowns of main programs. So we're at 41.43%, which is a blended line. And the reason why it's a blended line is the mechanic's salary is on a fiscal year, which is July 1 to June 30. So he's going to make that little line higher. But our fuel costs are coming in higher this year. And so adjustments will have to be made to the transportation budget when we propose the amended budget after we get our February 15th discretionary payment, the foundation payment from the state. We're going to have to talk some. And let's talk a little bit about that February 15th payment. That's our discretionary money that comes in. It's based on our enrollment and our staffing, but everything that we've gotten before has been an estimate of what we should be making. But we are now coming in a little bit lower, so this foundation payment's going to have some tweaking, and we may have to talk about some amendments on our budget. So I'd be glad to talk to you about anything else if you have questions. Otherwise, that is the report.
Any questions? Anything that stood out? Needed clarification? Okay, thank you, Kyla.
Yep.
And we've come to the point where we need to approve. Oh, we need to, any of the bills or anything that you look through that you
Yeah,
have
there's,
questions
the
on?
bills are now all in there.
I didn't see any.
Go. So this, she will show you, these are all the bills that we're paying, and she presents each month. So if you have a question about any of those big expenditures, like Comp Health, which is our contract for our SLP services, which astounds me every month, but that is,
Yeah.
so, and if you have anything that, and actually, Andrea, you're the one that's gonna be looking at that maybe a little bit more. And if you have questions, you can ask.
Telehealth is amazing.
Yeah.
Keep telling Presley that's what she needs to go into. Being SLP.
Any questions? Okay, we've come to a point in our agenda where we need to come to an end of our consent agenda. In order to move on, I would take
I'll make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded to approve the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so.
All right, action items, we did a superintendent evaluation, we met last month and did that. I have, again, coordinated a meeting with Mr. Kirby at a later date, this month, the next couple of weeks, him and I will get together and I will go over that evaluation with him.
You just need to do a formal, I mean, you probably have already discussed it and already written it up, but you probably need to make a motion about that to approve it because you didn't do your superintendent evaluation in a meeting.
Are you waiting for one of us to do that? So what are we doing?
Well, okay,
You have to
so
make a
it's
motion.
my understanding that in your work session,
Yes.
that you came up with an evaluation, and now this is I would
We're gonna
assume you
approve
all
the
know what the final
evaluation.
one looks like, I just need you to approve it, so it's,
Because I haven't received all the information from everybody, so the final one has not been drafted.
okay, then this has to be tabled, and you'll have to do it next month.
Okay, we're gonna table this one, we're still gonna go over it, and we'll approve that, because there's another, there was one part of that that we're gonna, we need to visit and finalize the salary. And we will talk more about that, because I got more information
Okay.
about it, and we will have that discussion. But that doesn't mean that I can't go over the results with Mr. Kirby. We'll just have to finalize that part. So we're gonna table that until February.
Okay, so you're gonna table that one, are you gonna then table B and C as well then too? Yes.
Because they're the same thing.
Okay, all right.
This meeting is
Okay,
not-
now we're
What
going,
else can we table?
now I've got to add so the next item would be your change of signatories.
So again, what exactly, we need to talk about the signatories not only of,
Well, what you'll do is you'll make a motion to remove Melanie Price off of the, on our Columbia Bank. You'll need to make a motion to remove Melanie as a signatory and add Andrea as a signatory. And the two that are remaining as signatories are Riley Downing and myself. So that's what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do is it will be Riley and my name's on the checks, and then Andrea will just initial it that she sees them. So like, did you get the red folder?
I did
No,
not.
don't worry about that, that's fine.
Okay.
But there will be a red folder for you each meeting.
so it seems how Andrea is part of that, that,
Well, it shouldn't be.
I will
Make a motion.
I will-
Probably shouldn't make that motion.
I'll make a motion that we remove Melanie Price from the Columbia Bank account and add Andrea, as well as remain keeping Riley Downing and Kyla Dickerson on the account as well.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded for signatories.
Did you
All
need me to
those-
use Andrea's last name?
Excuse me?
Did you need me to use Andrea's last name on that?
Oh, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded for signatories. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Sweet. The next consideration we have is early graduation requests.
Okay. So, in this open session, I will pass these around. You can't say the students' names. They'll just be referred to as student A and student B. But the requests are made to graduate this spring. These are juniors that want to graduate one full year early. And they have completed, they will have completed their graduation requirements, 49 credits by this spring. Many of them just got after it early on, took some IDLA classes and moved forward, and they made the request, they want to move on, go on to college or go on to their life. So they each wrote a letter explaining why they would like to do this. So they have talked to their counselors and principal and got approval from them. And so I will give my stamp of approval, which is meaningless, but your guys does matter in this meeting. So my recommendation to you is that you would allow these two students to graduate early.
And graduation early does not affect, we get to claim full attendance by those students for their senior year, so they have 100% attendance. That's kind of a nice
Really?
thing with the state. Yeah, if we've got kids that really want to go after it, we
For
get
next,
to,
for next year.
yeah.
Okay. This one sounds
Um,
great.
We encourage kids to have goals and they achieve them. And Mr. Kirby, while they're looking, we got to give him a laptop. And I'm gonna have to do some training on Segways, so.
Maybe I'll do Melanie.
Excuse me?
Melanie have additional.
She did bring it,
She
and I
brought it.
turned it back into Kevin's, so I don't know where that
Okay,
went.
let's sort of
I
see
don't know if
if
he
Kevin-
had to change stuff on it or not.
Not the-
Okay.
take my jacket off. I was considering.
It's chilly, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
That's
nice.
what I thought.
It's nice.
Fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's freezing.
They don't know what cold is. Snow them all.
We just want to make sure that you're awake.
Oh, I am. I'm wide awake.
Everybody might have to get up and start doing some jumping jacks.
Can't feel my fingers.
Quit drinking cold water then.
I should have made some hot tea.
We can talk about that, some discussion.
I have not enjoyed it yet. I was amused by it. So was Jerry.
Okay, did everybody have an opportunity in considering these two? Any questions that can be asked?
No.
Well stated.
Okay, I'm learning some. In order for us to move on, we need to make a motion to
Okay,
accept those.
so I move that we accept these letters from student A and student B to graduate a full year early from Weiser High School,
May 26.
May of '26.
And I took that motion, but, well, Mr. Dickerson's not here anyway, but I just want to ask this question, and I'll table your motion for just a minute. Did you, or any of the administrators, see any reason why this should not happen?
No, I asked Drew specifically about it, and he said, these kids are ready, they will have completed their credits, they're ready to move on, and they've completed the graduation requirements, and he didn't want to hold them back, felt it was in their best interest at this time to move forward based on their wishes. What they've done to get their credits done.
Thank you. So we've had a motion to accept these two letters. Is there a second?
Any chance they're gonna wanna walk with the senior class?
Well, if
That
we
would be
approve
their-
it-
that would be their right if they wanted to.
If we approve this, they
Yeah.
can.
You're talking about coming back next year?
No,
walking-
No, I'm
No.
talking about
Walking
walking
with
with this.
With this
year's
current class, oh, yeah, yeah.
If they've met those requirements and they have, they can.
Yep, they probably will.
All second.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded to accept these two applications and let these two students move on. All those in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Okay. Add to the graduating class. All right, back to our agenda as printed. Maintenance projects that we need to consider.
So-
Mr. Kirby.
So a couple years ago, you guys went through a 10-year plan of improving school district facilities. And so this year we did high school roofs, and Pioneer roof, and those were our major projects. And at this point, I would like to add to and move forward for this next summer's project, Park School, intermediate school roof, including the music room, will be a major project. And so we just need to approve that to move forward so that we go out to bid on that. Then also consider the high school fire suppression system in the main building and shop and workshop. And so we've had a number of issues with the high school suppression system with changing out pipes, old pipes that are in there that were breaking, or almost ready to break and rusted, and we need to do a major revamping there. And then we need to consider an ag shop and an auto shop, fire suppression systems.
Consider them,
We need to-
updating them as well.
We need to check what for sure what code is, and so they need to be brought to code. And so those are not 100% sure, but we need to seriously look at that. So those would be the things that we would have as top priority list to go to bid on.
Considering the fact that we have torches and welders in the
Yeah.
ag shop, that's
In the
probably,
ag shop.
and auto shop probably a little bit, so.
And you said these were on our 10-year plan towards the top?
Yeah, to consider, yes.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, other than just how to make the motion.
Just to allow us to go.
Consider, or-
Well, just to allow us to go out for bid and to look at those projects and
Okay.
have
Maybe
those.
you're not approving the project per
We're-
se, you're just
Just
allowing, approving the bid process.
Okay.
Allowing us to
Okay.
further acquire what it's gonna be, cost us.
All right. So I'll make a motion that we allow the process to go out to bid for roof, including the separate music building at Park Intermediate School, and a look into the fire suppression system at the high school for the main building, the ag shop, and the auto shop.
One second, Tom.
Okay. Motion has been made and seconded to allow the upcoming maintenance for fiscal year 27 to be looked at and verified. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
While we have discussion, I'll get some treats and then right there.
Discussion items, before we have some discussion, any further, any future agenda items you want on there for us to talk about?
Yes.
Okay?
Well, I just, the legislative updates for the lead rep, I think that needs to be added under, well, if you guys are okay with that, under discussion items, we could just call it like legislative updates. And then that way I can update you on legislative things.
So
gonna be
just,
so fun.
just so everybody is aware of this topic, sorry. I didn't mean to hold you in.
It's okay.
In our meetings that we had this last fall, we learned that the state school board association is gonna start doing legislative updates for us monthly, twice a month. And they have asked us to appoint one person on our board to be highly involved and listen so that they can come back to the board and give us updates. And then we are very much in line with what they're doing. So that's what
And it's
she's
me,
asking.
I'm the ledge rep, I guess, so.
She was voluntold, more of the volun than the told,
Yeah, I'm volunteering.
but it was, I'm excited for this so that
Oh,
we
gosh.
have more information.
Don't get too excited. But can I talk about it now?
Please.
Or, okay. So the legislative session,
Go
Idaho
for it.
legislative session just started today. So I don't have like a ton of stuff. I mean, there's always stuff going on, but I'm sure I'm gonna have a whole bunch next month. I'm good, thank you. So, one interesting thing that might be coming up in this legislative session when we went to the school board convention in Coeur d'Alene, all the school board members in the state can bring a resolution to the board, and we vote on it. We vote on ones that we want to go on to the legislature, and then some don't get voted on. This one so we passed a resolution that encourages Idaho legislature to tax nicotine vapes and pouches as if they are tobacco products. We don't get any tax money from those now. So it would allow schools to use some of that money for health education. It has two pieces in that resolution. It would be to add vapes and pouches to the definition of tobacco products and apply tobacco tax. And then two, send some of that revenue to public schools for vape education. And it could also be used to hire like mental health counselors or school resource officers. So under state law right now, Idaho collects 57 cents for each pack of 20 cigarettes and sends $3.3 million of that revenue to public schools for safety improvements and substance abuse prevention programs through the Safe and Drug-Free Schools program. So the ISBA will definitely be advocating for this at some point along this legislative session, because we could use that money to educate on why vaping is so bad. There's a lady, Jenny Sue Weltner. She is an executive producer at Idaho Public Television, and she did a documentary campaign. The documentary is called Nick Sick, The Dangers of Youth Vaping. And in that documentary, they did a study on Idaho kids, and they found that 1 in 3 kids in Idaho have tried vapes, and 1 in 5 are currently vaping. And it's like the age is getting younger and younger, so it's an epidemic that hopefully the ISBA can get something through Congress or through legislature. Let's see. A big thing to watch for is Governor Little said that he would protect money. He'd be keeping the K-12 school budgets for public schools protected in 26-27, and so the Idaho School Board Association is staying on high alert to block any legislature that might try to take funds from us. So hopefully Governor Little keeps his promise there. Another thing is IDLA, which stands for Idaho Digital Learning Alliance, is some people in the legislature are wanting to cut IDLA or dismantle it. And it is so vital for rural school districts to have that, just because we can't hire the teachers to teach every single course that our kids want to take. We don't have the money to do that. And so IDLA brings so many class opportunities to our kids in rural communities. Some legislators that want to cut it, they think that the free market can do it better. But there's a lot of free market companies, they don't have the same regulations that IDLA has. They don't have to follow Idaho state standards. They don't even necessarily have to be taught by a certified teacher. So just lots of reasons why we're hoping that IDLA can stay, or at least the Idaho State Board of Associations is hoping that lawmakers will keep IDLA. The governor's State of the State address was today. I think you could probably go back and watch it if you would like. It might be kind of interesting.
It was very short.
Short and sweet.
Very short.
And I think that is about all I had for this time. But yeah, I'll be updating you next month on kind of what the legislature, what's happening with education in this legislative session.
So I appreciate that. There's a lot more, especially as school boards, there's a lot more behind the scenes things that we do This is just gonna add to those, and I hope that it helps keep us up to date. I have a meeting on Wednesday with board chairs, so I meet with all the board chairs during noon. I can't always make those for my work schedule, but we get a lot of good information when we're reaching out and being part of these other committees and groups, and so thank you, appreciate it. It takes time, but I appreciate what you're doing. That's gonna help us a lot. So, in our discussion items, I think, Kyla, as we prepare that moving forward, when we talk about it, I think that will be a discussion item every month that we have an
Just legislative.
update.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, Quinn said we could just call it legislative updates or
yep.
whatever we want to call it.
That way it's just an ongoing.
A leg up.
A leg up. That's a good one.
She will also, oh gosh, I just walked out.
So I'll be doing like 2 Zoom meetings a month for this, like getting updates on things
And
and,
they also send a weekly capital notes.
Mhm.
yeah, every Friday.
I would suggest that you read.
They're good.
That's really, I mean, it's all education related. It's not, I think there's a broad bunch of legislation.
Well, and that's where, so those will start coming out, those should start coming out now that the legislative session is in. So, all of this that I just gave you was from the Hill newsletter that we get from the Idaho School Board Association, and also a little bit of Ed News. So, if you wanna look into
Yeah,
it
and
more,
I
you
would
can.
highly recommend reading Idaho Ed News. I mean, Wendy Gorman leaving to go to the federal government is, that's gonna be big in our education world. But I guess that's gonna segue into, Andrea said she'd like to go a day on the Hill. I don't know if I've got anybody else. You wanna go day on the Hill? Okay, so, Jim and Andrea, how about you, John?
Yeah, I'd like to go.
Okay, and do you want to stay over there, or do you want to drive back and forth? You want to get a hotel room?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And how about you? It is the
16th, yeah,
President's
16th,
holiday, it is that Monday and Tuesday. And there is something that is required of you.
That is,
Here,
yes.
this continuous improvement, you have to take that literacy course at some point. I'm not gonna make you take it. But
That's a
that
good
would be
place to take it, though.
huge thing for you to take, because that is, it really is a good thing for our school board members to do. But it's Monday, and we will get you a hotel room. It's Dick Grove, okay. And how about you, John Monroe?
Yes, I'm up for it, but I will not be staying.
Okay.
It's the same night as the sub-varsity districts here, and our boys are doing really well.
Okay, okay,
Most likely they
understand.
will be in that game.
Understand, okay. So I've got everybody going, and Mr. Kirby's gonna go, and you don't want a hotel room, do you? Okay, okay.
You're
So,
safe.
good. Well, you'll miss dinner, because Mr. Kirby will take you out to dinner on Monday night.
Nice. Thanks, Mr. Kirby.
Yes, yes.
We did last year, we
And
don't have to
it
skip our
actually
thing.
days to go.
Yeah.
Same
2 years ago, him and I
That's the same
skipped and
excuse.
went to Gooding to a girls' basketball game.
Yeah.
So,
That's
was
really
that?
exciting.
That was
I'll get
2
you
years
guys
in a
all
row.
signed up tomorrow and get the rooms as well.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, on this whole legislative rep thing, I don't need to hog it and do it all year. If anyone else wants, like I could do 3 months, someone else could do the next 3 months. So just let me know if you're dying to help out with that.
Well, Andrea, though, let me think what I say, the most intense
Is
is
now.
when they're in
Right now.
legislation, when
Your
they're
3
meeting.
months.
My 3 months.
And so it will be, actually, probably till April.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, if someone else wants to do it, it's pretty, I mean, it would just be Idaho Ed News kind of.
Yeah, did you just give me 4
think
months?
she's
I was
just
up
gave-
for 3.
I gave you 4, because the legislature usually doesn't get out until like that first week of April, so it kind of lends itself. So maybe till they get out, and if they
I
get
have
out
a
earlier,
feeling-
they don't have any money to spend, so it might go a little faster
Right.
this time.
True.
So,
Well, I could do it even more than that. I just wanted to put that out there, so if anybody.
Well,
So if
there-
none of us
there-
can, you've got 12 months.
That's right.
Well, there are topics that come up on Idaho Ed News that are pertinent to affecting us, so
Yeah.
that's always good.
If there's some of those meetings that you're busy and need to let me know.
Okay.
Okay. Any, go ahead.
Sorry, the only other thing I had, I just was wondering if, would you guys like to have our meeting agenda, like, on the board?
Well,
Would it be helpful?
They pick it up out there.
They do.
Yeah, I
Can
have
we
it.
just put it up here for everyone? Like if, or does it matter? No?
I usually print it out and have.
I always have it printed out
Okay.
out there. They pick it up.
I just wondered if you can print it out, we could just put it up here. But maybe it's nice to take
They
notes
like to
on it.
make notes
Yeah,
on it.
that's true.
For Googlers.
Perfect.
We could put it on here and give them an
Yeah.
expo marker, and they could,
Doodle up here during the meeting.
no, probably not a good idea.
I don't want that.
Just give us
Oh.
the
Well,
amounts to the
because I guess-
projector
Like
and
our
we can do
reports
the.
up there if you ever want us to.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm thinking if there were people from the community sitting out here, they wouldn't see like, you know, the graphs of the, from their reports. They wouldn't see like the extra things that we open.
Actually,
Or can they not?
can. If they go into our meeting and look at our, because unless I mark it as private.
I know, but I'm just thinking what would make it the most easy if someone was like, you know, a parent came in and was sitting here.
Okay, so you
Like
want
if
me
we
to
could just
print
put-
their,
No,
Oh.
just, couldn't we just
Just should
plug?
project one of our
Yeah,
computers
just
up on the
project
screen
it on the
during
screen.
meeting.
oh,
And then just
okay.
go to the agenda and then click on board reports, you know, admin reports.
I nominate.
Just somebody would have
Computer.
to, somebody has to kind of run it.
Yeah,
Toby.
I mean, I could do
No,
that, or
Toby's
someone.
taking Toby?
Oh, he's
I just, do you think that would be
Maybe
helpful?
Toby could
Now,
do
he's
that.
showing me how to use my
Okay,
laptop.
okay. I could probably work on that. We could
Yeah,
adjust it.
I feel like that would be, I just feel like that would be helpful. I think it would,
This is your
not that we
discussion.
get huge crowds that come in, but, you know, I mean, we have Alex here, and you don't really see, not everybody sees what we see, and I think they should. And we have the projectors in them as well.
We can certainly see how that works, because you might be getting out of the way, but I need to get out of the way more often.
Okay, there's just an idea.
One of the other things that we talked about a reorganization, we've set our times and our meetings and our location. One thing that I would like to discuss with our board is, for everybody that is here today was at our last meeting at the middle school. And really one of the best meetings that we've had to get information and to discuss and be able to ask more questions about how the students are going. And I would like to propose that instead of us going to these separate locations every month, or every quarter, that every quarter we have that kind of a meeting where we do more of a deep dive and get more information and talk about some numbers and be able to ask our administrators more questions. Obviously, there's going to be other information that we need to get to and vote and discuss, but instead of going other places, we could do the same thing right here quarterly, but have that quarterly deep dive of how are our kids doing, what's going on, what could we help with more. That was a very meaningful meeting to me, for me. So I would like to propose that quarterly we have that type of a meeting.
I like it.
And maybe not have any acronyms. That's gonna be
Yes.
tough. But
Charts, graphs, data, information on academic achievement and where you're at. Instead of just a 2-minute quick, yeah, we do this, actually show them and spend 10 minutes on it, maybe per admin. Give them a little more details about how you're doing, where you're at.
But we won't go to the buildings.
Right.
We'll
I'm
stay
just
here.
really, I thought you were
Correct.
gonna say you wanted it to be at the middle
No,
school.
no, we will stay here. What?
Is lovely, we love the I'm sure you would love it, but, yes.
There's some
It was
hardships
nice.
that we
It was some-
understand
yeah.
that creates.
So we're talking quarterly, but we won't go to the buildings.
No, we'll do it right
We'll
here.
just do it right here.
We'll just do it right here. And then if we have something we want to put up on camera, we will. If it just gives us more information, allows you
Quarterly
to,
that you bring the students from, like you did, the
Like,
STEM
so
or whatever.
maybe-
So if it's your show time,
Yep.
then bring them.
So we rotate maybe
once a
once
quarter,
quarters.
Yeah.
correct. I was
As long
gonna-
as
that
we're
was
not being
next.
timed.
Well, I think that,
Comments.
well, for me, I think this is really a great compromise because this, as administrators and teachers, this is a great time for us to progress monitor our things that we are doing in the buildings. And so about 9 weeks, I think, is a really realistic timeframe for us to compile the data and then show this for people's benefit. And then it will give us time so that we can actually go into it, to your exact words, a deep dive, and then address any questions that we have from you and from the audience as well. And for me, I think that 9 weeks is really great too. Once again, it is that preparation to really, really gather the information and present it in a way that is really meaningful.
And I don't want to speak for others, but in presenting the information, like as if we were a parent, just anybody in the community, because that's what we are, that's just, hey, I want to know how my kid is doing, how do they compare, where do they need to be, obviously this is going to be a little bigger because we want to know about all the kids, but, just give it to us like we're just a regular person.
No acronyms.
No acronyms, just like, yeah.
One of our
Yeah.
favorite new
Makes sense.
acronyms, just so you know. I have to share 'em. And you weren't with us when we came up with it, so you don't get to say anything. We really want to start putting out like a little newsletter, maybe having a spot in the middle school paper where the board has something to say, just something short. But we've come up with the name. And it's no BS from the SB. And BS is surprises,
Good job.
no big surprises.
Well, I was
Or
thinking.
other things, but it's
no
not what
better
you think.
schools
Right, no better
than
schools
Weiser.
from the school board.
No BS
But
from no better schools.
it's kind of punny.
It is funny.
And you want to give this to the middle school?
No, I don't know why.
Right?
I want
No, I
to put
said
it,
like
I want to
one
give
of
it
the
to
places.
Alex. and
We
put it
we want to see where we can reach the people. The school board, we talk to you here. We just want the people of our great community to know that we care. And how can we just let them know, we think we're doing great things and we need your help as a community, wherever we can reach out.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up because that's what, I was kind of trying to take some notes listening to you guys because what I really wanted, I'm going to try to do this newsletter thing. Alex I hadn't talked to Alex yet, so surprise. But I just want to keep it short and sweet and just nothing but positives that are happening in our district. Just like, hey, 150 high schoolers helped with the Ho-Ho Express. Bam, we're on track for 85% of our students at Pioneer School to meet all their goals in ELA and math. I won't say ELA, I will say English language arts. Anyway, you know what I mean? Just a quick, something that parents can look at and go, oh, cool. And maybe even some, upcoming dates, like if there's a choir concert coming up or something, just something easy for parents to look at on Facebook or, I know Facebook shouldn't be our only form of communication, but social media seems to be.
We're going to develop this, and Mr. Kirby has already volunteered to be part of it, maybe voluntold. But, no, we're excited just to give more information without going overboard, but just let the people know that we care. We
And that
want
we
you
do
to see
good
that the school board cares. So
The
we'll tackle that.
IASA, which means Idaho Association of School Administrators, just sent out something about tell Idaho stories with the legislation going up, and it's all about your community. So hashtags with telling your success stories within your community, so I can forward that email to you too, in
Okay.
keeping with what you're saying.
Are there any other communication, any other information that we need to?
Yes.
Yes, okay, let's do it.
So Ms. Canaro was here and she stopped in for a minute, so she gave me a note. So it's communication from the WEA, and I'll just read it to you. I told her I would take care of that, and so she took off, she was not feeling well. But the Weiser, from the Weiser Education Association, the Weiser Education Association held an informational trivia night on Monday, January 6th, using Kahoot to help staff better understand key components of the negotiated agreement. The event included $170 in prizes and received very positive feedback from participants. We would like to thank Mr. Davis for allowing us to host the event at Pioneer School. We look forward to hosting similar events in the future. From the WEA.
What was that for negotiations?
Informational trivia night, help them understand the negotiated agreement, components of the negotiated agreement. And other than that, I don't have any. I did have a note, and I don't know if Kyla, if you had this, just talking about IDLA and how many of our students used it and the amount of money it was worth to us. I don't have that in front of me, but when you talk about IDLA and the importance of it, and some of the legislative people, and I have that for you if you want to use it,
Okay.
to put in your support, I'll get that for you. It is big for the Weiser School District. A lot of our students use it, and they're allowed to take a number of classes that they couldn't necessarily take just during the day. It doesn't always fit their schedule, and it's big. And I know that last year when we had the legislators come over here, we met with them, we discussed that some. When I talked to Judy Boyle just after that, and she told me that. She said, there are some legislators that will go after that. I was thinking we spent too much money on it. It's outside of the school. And she said she was actually a big supporter of IDLA, which I appreciated that. So it's clearly going to be one of the main topics this year that will affect education. When you talk about not the governor saying there's not going to cut education, I hope that means also IDLA, because that's big.
Yeah.
So I will get you that communication.
Okay, yeah, I had that here. I was gonna ask you,
Yeah,
how much are we using it? How many students?
I just got that today, and
Okay.
I think we had that note from,
I think Katie
Katie
Maloney
Maloney
sent it.
gave it to me, so let me look and see if I can
She
find
didn't
it.
email it to me, but
Mhm. Can I just
It's pretty phenomenal.
can I just do that? Great. Gosh, my hands are so cold.
Mine
Can
are
you feel it?
too.
Oh, my goodness.
I appreciate it
I'm
getting
not
up
even
trying
gonna
to
say.
walk.
An acronym, I come up with an acronym.
There, she said that she
So, Mr. Kirby, are you gonna do your own little, you said something about you jumping on our newsletter, but are you gonna do your own little whatever? Maybe, possibly, not to put you on the spot. You don't have to.
Being recorded.
You
Well-
just mentioned it, because I was hoping to put this out like
I have the secret.
the week after
Oh, okay.
every board meeting.
Well,
sometime,
let's
if I
talk,
could.
let's talk later
Okay.
about what we want to do. I mean,
Okay.
like I send you guys a weekly update.
Yeah.
There's probably some information in that we could probably use in this. Depends on the newsletter that, if we want to try to get student data or tell stories. It depends on exactly what all you want to put in. So let's discuss it some more.
Okay.
I want to see what your ideas are.
Okay. Because I even thought, admin, something cool happens in one of your buildings that you think would be awesome for the community to know, just email me. Let me know.
There's cool things, stories all the time.
Yeah.
And I know we should tell our stories.
Yeah.
And we don't.
Yeah.
You say, oh, that's cool, maybe move on. The next thing.
Yeah.
So
Good
there's some really good stuff happening. Kids do incredibly kind things to others at times, along with some rude things, but, you know, you can focus on.
We're gonna focus on the
On
positives.
the positives. We, our benefit to our district, to our students was $65,916 for advanced opportunities. And so I don't, so advanced opportunities from the state paid money to College of Eastern Idaho. That's what I have instead of just only IDLA. To Eastern Idaho, Western Idaho, BYU, College of Southern Idaho, Boise State. It gives an amount of the University of Idaho, $15,000, College of Western Idaho, $19,000, and IDLA, $1,360.
Oh, IDLA was 13.
$1,360, but that's not anywhere close to the total benefit.
That's only with
This is
kids
advanced
paying their
opportunity.
$75 because, I mean, for
Oh, I
that
was like,
class, out of
It's gonna
advanced
be-
opportunity money, but
it's
there's a
gonna be
lot of
$100.
kids that are privately paying for it.
I'm guessing it's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
100,000 easy, our benefit. I'll get that number for you. but
Okay.
This is advanced opportunities money, so.
Okay.
Okay. We have one thing left.
I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Do you want a second? Toby?
I'll second.
There you go. Yay. You've made the team now.
The motion's been made and seconded to adjourn, and all those in favor?
Bye. Good job.